have finally reached a space in my life to where I am content. And when I say content, I don't mean from a space of lack. I don't mean from a space of settling. What I mean is I am satisfied. I am finding the beauty. I am finding the gratitude in what it is that I have. I'm finding the gratitude and beauty in where I am in this part of my journey. This is really new territory for me. This is a space that I have never ever been in. I remember a time where if I saw something that I wanted, no, it was actually a little bit more aggressive than that. When I seen something that I needed, I was that person. I had to have it. I absolutely had to have it, and my life would not be complete until I got said thing. Not only my life, I wouldn't be complete. I was busy trying to fill a void. I was using more of whatever it was to validate me, to make me feel worthy, to make me feel loved, to make me feel like I am enough. But what I found is I never needed more things. I needed more of myself. I needed more gratitude. I needed more of source. I needed more understanding, more grace, more love, more compassion, more self-awareness. And I'm finally at a point where I've been able to give myself all of these things. I can be the first one to admit that it can be difficult to exist in this space, in this time, when every time you turn your head, there is someone telling you about something that you need. I can be the first person to admit that. I remember a time where if I had a particular thing, and mind you, this thing, it took on many shapes and forms, but if I had this particular thing, I would be at peace. I would be worthy. I would be enough. I would be validated. I remember being in college, and if you know, you know, I would get a refund check. And I remember a particular time where I went to this clothing store in the mall, and I spent dang near my entire refund check. And not only that, like when I had a job, I would spend all of my money on things. I was so pressed to accumulate more and more and more things. I didn't realize it then, but I was just running away from myself. I felt scared. I didn't feel safe, but somehow acquiring all these things gave me a level of safety. It gave me a level of security. But what really woke me up is when I got the things and it didn't feel how I thought it would feel. It didn't bring me the peace that I thought it would bring me. It didn't bring me the worth or the validation that I thought it would bring me. There is very little in this world. I can't even think of one thing that will fill a void like coming home to yourself in whatever capacity, healing wounds, unmasking yourself, getting to know the ever-evolving being that you are. There is very little or anything at all that is equivalent. There's a fly in here. That is equivalent to an embrace from self. I wish I knew that then, but I am grateful to have finally figured that out. We live in a society where overconsumption is praised. It's the standard. It is what is normal. I remember a point where very early in my content creation career, I didn't want to post the same outfit. That was a state of mind that I had. And because that's what I seen around me, it was frowned upon. Sameness was frowned upon. I've reached a point in my life where today I was like, my outfit is cute, right? But I was like, this would be cute if I had like a little cardigan to tie up over it. And I went on Depop to look for a cardigan, and I found a cardigan. But I did not buy the cardigan because I have things. I have enough things in my closet. And so I worked with what I had, and I ended up finding this. I'm grateful that I finally have reached a space where overconsumption is not a part of my lifestyle. I have found happiness and joy and sameness and mundane and repeating outfits, wearing the same hairstyle, just doing things how I want to do them, how I like them, regardless of what is frowned upon and what isn't. I don't think there is anything absolutely like terribly wrong with acquiring more things, but I think it needs to come from an intentional space. And I say this because buying things and bartering things is the way that my ancestors lived. I have to really sit with myself and ask myself, is this for the greater good? Who is this supporting? Is this actually, I actually never expect anything to completely enhance my life, because I know that my soul is already so abundant. Inherently, my soul is already so abundant. So I don't ever expect anything to completely transform or enhance my life that is outside of myself. And that just takes a level of going inward. It takes a journey of going inward to come to that realization. When you do find yourself needing more things or buying more things, because we're going to buy things. Buying things is okay. It has to come from the right space. Why are you buying things? This particular thing. What is the intention behind purchasing this particular thing? A rule I have too, especially if I'm like kind of revamping my wardrobe, I have to eliminate certain things, because expansion requires elimination. And we're talking on a physical level, but we're also talking about a mental level. If I want to expand mind, body, and soul, it is necessary for me to eliminate things, to free up space, mind, body, and soul, to continue to evolve. So when I buy things, I definitely always ask, what are you buying this for? Is this intentional? And also, if I see it one day, I'll wait. I'll sit on it, meditate on it. But if I have forgotten about it in the next couple of days, it's not an essential in my life. It's not necessary. Am I buying this out of a space of trying to run from myself? Am I trying to forget about something? Because regardless, that thing that you're trying to forget about is going to resurface. So do we wait this out? Yes, the answer is yes. And deal with our shit? The answer is yes. And then see what comes up? The answer is yes. I wanted to make this short and sweet because there's not a lot to say about it. You don't need more things. You are enough. You are validated. I'm validating you. You are loved. You are worthy. You won't find peace in things outside of yourself. Your peace is a state of mind. It's not a place. It's not a thing. It's nothing outside of yourself. I know it's hard to unlearn, especially when you've existed a certain way for so long. It can be difficult. But if I did it, if I am on this journey, you can do it as well. You may or may not be thinking, well, if I don't need more things, what exactly is it that I need? You need to sit still and ride the wave. You need to sit still and be with yourself. No matter how hard that is, just ride the wave.